All right, so we're going to talk about a movie that came on Netflix, and I was like, I really like this. I really, really enjoyed the hell out of this movie. So I wanted to do a review of it and talk about like all the ideas for like all the not ideas, but like all the cool shit about this. As you guys know, I'm a huge kaiju fan, and Netflix seems to be doing pulling the cornerstone on kaiju stuff. Like they really are trying to pull out all the stops for kaiju stuff as of late. So they announced this movie a while ago. They really did announce this movie a while ago, and I've been patiently waiting for this movie's arrival on Netflix. Well, last week it arrived, and I gotta say, I pretty much enjoyed it. And that movie in question is none other than Troll. So Troll is a Norwegian kaiju film. Yeah, now, let me preference, and a lot of people for some reason, and a lot of dumb people, I should say, a lot of really stupid people have basically said that this movie is a sequel to Troll Hunter, and it doesn't stack up to the original. Well, I'm here to tell you, no, this movie's not a sequel to Troll Hunter. Fucking moron. You're not, I've seen a lot of people, say, oh, it doesn't hold up to the original Troll Hunter movie. I'm like, this movie has nothing to do with trolls. It literally has nothing, well, it has stuff to do with trolls, but not Troll Hunter is what I meant to say. It's literally saying, not, Gary Oldman's Dracula is like a sequel to the or better put, the Christopher Lee movie of Dracula is a sequel to the 1931 Dracula. There's nothing there. It's a remake at best, or if its own thing. Yeah. Who said it was whatever. Now, Troll is like I said, a Norwegian kaiju film that first off, I'm really impressed with... actually, before I go any further, this is from the director of the remake of Tomb Raider, which I did watch, and it was really good. It did follow a lot of the original beats of a classic kind of fairy tale story, but really did upgrade them. So I really like that. I really do like that, and the CGI for the Troll is really good. They do kind of make it, and maybe that's just me. Maybe it's just me, but they really do make the Troll look a lot like a. They really do make they really do make the Troll look like Kong in some places. Maybe it's because they do homage Kong Skull Island with a helicopter scene. And that's the thing, this movie knows what it is. This movie knows that our giant monster is a fucking troll. We're gonna live up to it. And now Norway has their own kaiju movie. Finally. I mean, Holland had Reptilicus. It's about time Norway gave us its own kaiju movie. And yeah, this movie also knows what it is, and it goes on its merry way. They reference Kong. When they bring up a Japanese newscaster, they literally bring up Godzilla. And I'm like, yeah, this movie knows what it is. There's even, and it's kind of clever because they don't do it in the dub, is that there's this really clever scene in the movie where in the original Norwegian version of the film, it actually references it actually makes a direct reference to Jurassic Park with, you were so caught up in what you could do, you didn't think about if you should. And then my girlfriend who was watching this with me, she said, hang on, because we were watching in Norwegian, in the original Norwegian cut, we were like, play the American dub real quick. I want to see if the American dub keeps that Jurassic Park reference in there. And it doesn't. The American dub does not have that in there. And she was like, alright, ballsy on you. And that's the thing, is that there's also little references to Jurassic Park with the glass shaking, the water shaking in the cup, stuff like that. The Troll itself is it's very much like Kong in that it's very emotive. It's very much, it's not some mindless monster. You actually feel for the Troll throughout the movie. You really do feel for the Troll. And it actually, much like Troll Hunter in comparison, is that it kind of plays with, a science to a lot of, the lore and the, a lot of the lore and legends and myths about trolls and kind of puts them in a scientific route. Like, it hates church bells. It can smell the blood of a Christian man. It can, it can't go out in sunlight or it'll turn to stone. There's a lot of stuff in there, and like I said, they really make the troll very emotive. They make it very, sympathetic, and by the end of it, you will be rooting for the troll more than anyone else. The human characters are all kind of just there. That's really all I can say. And not to say there's not really a bad one. Everyone plays a part. But really, the human characters, aside from the main character, Professor Tinderman, she's really good, and her dad. I do think they kind of wrapped up that strained father-daughter relationship that they had in the film a little too quickly. I really do feel like they just wrapped that up way too quickly for my take, and it also reminded me a lot of how they wrapped up the father-son relationship in Godzilla 2014 with Bryan Cranston and what's his face. Yeah, so it really did remind me of that. Like, even when they brought him in as like he's this like he's like considered like a crazy conspiracy theorist who's against the government. I'm like, oh, so we're doing Bryan Cranston's character. Okay, so I know what's going to happen to... I know already what's going to happen to you, dude. That's a little sad. So, there is that. I also do appreciate that there's really good action scenes in here. There's some very good kaiju destruction scenes and some really good military on troll action in here. I really do like how they utilize the CGI and yeah, it's dark, but it's lit up enough where the CGI for the troll is done well. I feel like that, like it's a nice marriage of, sometimes I think these modern day kaiju films, especially in American films, Godzilla King of the Monsters can attest to this, where it gets a little too dark and not enough lights. But here it's like there's enough lighting and darkness to mix to make the troll look good and intimidating and imposing in this film. So, yeah, this was a movie I was pleasantly surprised by. This was a movie that I was very much looking forward to seeing done, because I'm always neat for a foreign kaiju film that, yeah, I wish we'd see more kaiju films from other countries. Like, there used to be like a big boom of it. Like, there was, of course, Gorgo from Britain and Reptilicus from Holland. I wish we would get, and of course, like, Yongari from South Korea. I really, and so yeah, now Norway has a kaiju is in the kaiju game, and I would really, really love a sequel to this film. I would absolutely love a sequel to Troll. Yeah, so there you go, guys. That's my review for Troll. You guys tell me in the comments below, what did you guys think of it if you saw it on Netflix? I do have a review for Violent Night, but that's on Patreon, so if you'd like to go check that out, just hit the link below, head on over to my Patreon, where you hit the 4th tier, you guys can send me requests for videos for YouTube, but if you just want to check out movie reviews and check out like posts and polls for videos here on YouTube, just hit the 1st tier, and that's only $5. But yeah, I usually do streaming reviews here on YouTube. But other than that, hope you all enjoyed this. I'm Mr. Multiverse. I'll see you next time in the Multiverse.